Severson Dells announces their plans to take on the former Elliot Golf Course from the Rockford Park District.
WIFI reporter Alyssa Kelly talks with leaders about the visions they have for the new nature preserve.
We are excited to announce the purchase of 168 acres of Elliot Golf Course.
Severson Dells unveils its plan to restore Elliot Golf Course to native prairies, oak savanna, wetlands, and transform the clubhouse into a nature center for public education.
This is a great opportunity for us to restore habitat and provide opportunities for nature education on the different side of town than where our current facility is. So we're really excited to be offering programs at both locations.
The Rockford Park District received a phone call almost 2 years ago asking if it would consider selling the property to Severson Dells.
All these golf courses have popped up over the past 20, 30 years. So Elliot has done its job helping to grow the golf market and everything, and to be able to hand it off to a new rec trend and a new partner like Severson Dells, I think it's really exciting.
Leaders say this purchase allows the land to make a positive economic impact on the region.
It allows the Park District to be able to reinvest in their assets. It allows Severson Dells to expand environmental education opportunities and restore a habitat that would be very unique to the area, just in terms of the size in an urban landscape.
In Rockford, Alyssa Kelly, WIFR News.
Severson Dells can also provide to the Boys and Girls Club across the street from their new nature preserve.
Yeah.